Good morning, everyone. My name is ERIK SAELENS. Where I come from, we always tend to walk around in the room, so I will start walking around. It's not that I'm walking away, but then you know it. Okay, we are going to talk a little bit about storytelling today. First of all, who am I? I'm ERIK SAELENS, Strategic Director of Brand Home. 2 children, marry, live in Antwerp. Who in the room knows Antwerp? Who knows Indian diamond business? It's Antwerp. These are my 2 daughters. My biggest hobby is my job, travel around the world. This was last year. Next to that, I do boxing. I like to race cars. And for all the books that I write, everywhere I go to speak, I ask people to donate to the Brand Home Foundation. So if you really want to get rid of your money, please give it to the Brand Home Foundation, and we give it to good CSR purposes. Now, these are the topics we're going to talk about today. First of all, we're going to talk about the basics of storytelling. Then we're going to talk about AAA stories. Then we'll be talking about storytelling versus story selling, some cases and some takeaways. But first, let's start with some basics of branding. Yeah? A small element can say a lot about a person. The same accounts for a brand. When you see a brand, it triggers an emotional and a psychological reaction in your mind. Now, who are these people? Yeah, you can shout, huh? Who are these people? Brad Pitt? Yeah. How do you know that? How do you know that? Because they've got a haircut, indeed. Who is this? Bob Marley, indeed. Who is this? Okay. No. This was just a haircut. But the same can be said for brands. It doesn't say Coca-Cola, but it's like looking at SFX. Huh? People always read in a way sex. This is Coca-Cola. This is Nivea, indeed. Huh? Now, what is a brand? When I tell you it's green, it's a coffee bar. I'm in a marketing room. No? What is it? Starbucks? Yes, indeed. Yeah. It's red, it's a sports car. Doesn't Porsche make any sports cars in red? Indeed, it's a Ferrari. The same accounts to colors, where you need, of course, take into account, when you work internationally, all the different color psychologies. The color of black in Belgium versus the color of black in Africa has different meanings. But we are not talking about that today. But it can even be a smell. Who here knows Hotel Coste in Paris? Who is known for its own perfume? When you walk in there, you smell it. You see it. Abercrombie & Fitch. Packaging? Which brand is this? Coca-Cola, indeed. But the same accounts for Toblerone, it accounts for Perrier. Harley-Davidson, indeed. Intel Insight. But a brand can be a place, basically a brand can be anything. A brand can be anything that when you hear it, it triggers emotions, expectancies, experiences in your mind and in your heart. But also, as our chairman today said, it's much more than a name, it's much more than a logo, it's much more than an advert. But why would you invest in a brand? The essence of branding is that a brand is a relationship that adds value. Every time when I speak, and when I teach at university, when I speak to my MBA students, I ask them, what is a brand? And then people say, yeah, it's image, it's reputation, it's recognition, it's everything you want. It's all true. But at the end of the day, the sole reason why you have to build a brand in a business, being it an emerging market, being it major markets, being it products or services, CapEx driven, OpEx driven, it has only one purpose. It reduces elasticity. Yeah? Who knows what the price premium is that is asked for a Ferrari? Who knows that? What is the price premium asked on a Ferrari? Who says it's above 20%? Who says it's below 20%? Okay, let's put some hands up. Who says it's above 20%? Yeah. Do you think a Ferrari has a bigger or a smaller price premium than a Suzuki? Who thinks it has a larger one, that the premium is bigger? Indeed. The same accounts for Gucci bag versus Hermes bag, for unbranded shoes versus Tots. It's all related to elasticity. But not only price, also service elasticity. It was what Donovan was talking about with Avis. It's about loyalty. It's about employee and customer preference. Because a brand, it's a belief system. When I show you these visual marks, I do not need to tell you this story, because we're going to talk about storytelling. Just by showing an image, it tells you everything.